Shall I stop sharing, madam?
Kavita madam, please start.
Okay, sir.
Shall I stop sharing or?
Okay, good afternoon, Arpan sir and all participants.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, today's topic is Basic of Mathematics and Statistics using MS Excel, developed by Dr. Arpan Kumar Raval from Charuset University, Changa. Arpan sir working as an assistant professor at MCA department, Charuset University, Changa. He has worked with CVM University, Parul University, and Charuset University during his 11 years of academics. He has completed his graduation and master's from Sardar Patel University and doctorate from CU Shah University, Vadhavan, Gujarat. His area of research is image processing, cybersecurity, and geospatial science and technology. He has published around 7 research papers in different national and international journals and also 4 research articles and chapters. He has published 1 German patent also and organized and attended around 30 seminars and webinars at various institutes. Thank you. And thank you, sir, for giving your time valuable. Arpan, sir, you can start, sir, your speech. Hello. Hello.
Am I audible now?
Sir, am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay, sir, you can start.
Is my voice clear now?
Yes, sir.
Can you see my shared screen or do I have to share it again?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So very good afternoon, all the audience, all the faculty members, students. I am really very thankful. I'm really very thankful to Parul University giving me this opportunity to share some knowledge. So we are going to start with basics. So let me clear first of all, there are ample of things we can perform or do using MS Excel. It's a very rich, we can say, software through which we can have a lot of functionalities, automated functionalities that we can explore. But today I'm going to just have the basics and the basic mathematical and statistical functions. And in the next session, whenever I'll have a second session, I'll also include for hypothesis testing and research oriented. But today I thought to just deliver a session on just basics so that we can be familiar with this Excel and all. So I'll try to include the basic functions. So, and as madam has just given my introduction, I'm working in Charuset University. So let's begin. So first we are going to discuss that what exactly is Excel, you all are aware of, but I just want to put a light on a cell of Excel. Excel cell is very powerful. So Excel is made up of some sheets, and the collection of sheets will be a worksheet, and in worksheet we can do lot of things. And by using the ready-made functionalities and functions, it will be very easy for all of us, because when we have to work with the maths and the stats, it's very tedious and very difficult, those who are not non mathematics background, right? So why Excel for mathematics and statistics? We all know that if I would have to make a small example manually, then I would not make a mistake, right? But if I would have a large number of data and on that I have to perform something, then the question will come that what should I do? So then we can use a computer, and in computer we have to use Excel, because Excel is giving very accurate, and it's very consistent and very faster retrieval for the any answer. So we can use this Excel, and in Excel there are a lot of built-in functions and methods which are available. Nowadays some plugins are also available. We can just include our plugins in Excel and we can use the Excel as a statistical software or mathematical software. So here I have included some of the topics that we are going to include. So first we are going to have some basics of Excel, in which I'll show you that how to do some basic fundamental things for the Excel and row, column, and cell, and then we'll begin with then the mathematical operations that we are going to do. That is our today's session that we are going to do on it. So in that we will find for the absolute value, ceiling, even, fact, and so on. Then we will also have the statistical operations, right? So we will do the mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation. We have kept up to this. I would have included the other ones, but instead of it, I have kept up to this so that in next session we can keep it purely for we can say research, and also in that we can data analysis or analytics we can do. So I'll have to have only not I cannot cover in 1 hour. So I'll have to have 2.5 hours so that we can cover it. But in webinar series, I'll be able to cover this much only. So statistical operations, and next is we'll start with, but before that let me tell you some other functionalities. Like we can have some time, we have lot of information from which we have to find out something, if conditions and operations or operations, so that we can make our work very faster, right? So that also I have included. So let's start with this. So shall we start with Madam Kavita, madam, with a practical? Hello. Okay, so now I will have to share my screen with, I'll also share my Excel sheet. Okay, so is it visible? Can you see the screen? Hello, Kavita madam. Hello,
Haji, sir. Haji, sir.
screen. Can you see the Excel sheet also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So what first we are going to do is, actually we are going to do for first is absolute value, right? So I'll just write absolute and then we'll do the ceiling. So these two operations we will do. But before that, I'll just give you the fundamental things of the Excel sheet. This is the Excel environment we all are aware of, right? But these are the columns and these are the rows. So this is the cell, which is the interaction part of cell and column. So this is electronically enabled. Here in this cell, we can do a lot of things. We can just provide raw data, or we can just perform some operations using some built-in formulas, or we can also develop a formula. So whenever in Excel we want to do anything, we will have to provide is equal to provide any formula, right? That you all are aware of, because nowadays in this era, nobody is having like without computer, they cannot survive. So you all are having this knowledge, right? So, but I'll give you some examples. So first operation we are going to do is for the absolute value. So for the absolute value, we will find in mathematics, a lot many times you people require to convert the values, right? So in this cell, I will provide some values like this is -5, this is -34. Now, sometime in some operations, we have to provide the absolute value. That is, we have to write down in the bar manually, and we can generate the absolute value. So I'll just generate the absolute value for these two numbers. So in that case, we can just write down is equal to, and you just have to type ABS. After typing ABS, if you do not want to type the whole, you just type A, and if it is highlighted with blue color, you can press tab. As soon as you will press the tab, the rest of the syntax will be shown, right? And in this syntax, you have to provide on which cell or on which number you want to convert it into absolute value. So I'll simply click over here. So it will just give the address of that cell. This address cell is what? F3, because the row number 3 and column number F. Simply I have to just follow the syntax. You can see that it has been just popped up here, absolute value and the number that we have to provide. So you just have to complete the bracket now. So I'll just put the bracket and I'll press enter. So it will convert into the absolute value, right? So what we can do is we can just drag down this. You'll find this, my cursor is hovering around this cell, and at left bottom most, you can see at the left bottom most side, you can see that there is a bold plus sign. This is also a plus sign, but this is simple plus sign, 2-line plus sign. You can drag, click, you can just left click and drag. So it will perform the operation on adjacent cells. So if this is a cell F3, this is cell F4. So this will be applied in a linear fashion. So if I have applied this function over here, I'll zoom it so that you can see, I'm sorry, right? So that if I have applied one function, you can see here absolute F3, then I can simply just drag this so that it will be applied on the next consecutive cell, right? So this is the first function which we have completed for absolute value. Now we will have the second one. I'll just try to include that how many functions we have completed, and the so that we can come to know, right? So this is the function, two headings I have provided. You can see, and this is the absolute value. Now the second that we are going to do is for ceiling. Right, so ceiling function is doing what? Ceiling function will just round the value with the ceiling value, or will divide and will ceiling the value, right? So what example we have taken here in this, you can see that in the ceiling value, if I have provided 12 and 4, right? So it will gives me 12, because 4 will divide the 12 exactly with that number, right? 4 3s are 12, so it will be 12. But if I provide 13 and 5, so what is the next divisible term, right? Even if it is larger, it will sailed. So it will be 13 and 5, so it will be 15. Sometime in mathematics we do require that we need to find, you can see ceiling. So you can choose the second option and press the tab. So by pressing the tab key, automatically the whole spelling will be typed, no need to type. If I'm providing 13 as my number, and what by what significance I want to divide. So if I want to divide 5, I'll divide 5 I'll divide with 5 these numbers by 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, and 5 threes are 15. So the ceiling value will be 15. The upper value, we all know in our home the ceiling is at above and the floor is at down, right? So it is up value, so it will be 50, right? Understood everybody? I hope this is we can say convincing to you, and you people are able to understand. If I simply write here one more value is equal to ceiling, and I just write ceiling, then I'll just provide 12 and 4. So now what it will check with the significance, it will check whether the 4 will divide the 12 exactly. Then the highest value, which is divided by this significant value, that is 4, that will be 12, right? So it will check, and if it is not divisible, then it will goes up. So that is a ceiling function. I hope this is clear. Okay, if I'm going fast, you can just let me know so that I can go little slow. The next function that we are going to do is even, and we can say the odd numbers, right? So we can go with the even number first, and you all are aware of this. So if we have any, so what will happen here, if I'll provide any odd number, it will gives me the next even number, and if I have provided even number, it will keep the number as it is. So if the even number, so this will gives me the next even number of this. So 13 is odd number. As soon as I'll press enter, it will gives me 14, which is even next to 13, right? Similarly, this will work for odd number also. If I'll provide here 12, then it will be 12 only, because 12 itself even number, right? 10 itself even number. But if I will provide 11, it will convert to next, or we can say next up value with 1, so that it will be considered as even. Now the fourth operation that we are going to do is floor. This floor is just similar to the ceiling, but in the ceiling it is going up, but in floor it will goes down, right? We all know that the ceiling is at the top and the floor is at the bottom, so it will find the bottom value for it with its significant value through which we can divide. So if I will provide 12 and 4, so it will gives 12. But if I will provide 13 and 5, it will becomes 13 and 4, then it will becomes 12, right? Let me show you. Say for example, so we will create for floor, I'll write just FL floor, and you can just simply use this function. In the floor, I'm providing a number 13, and I just want to divide with what? A 4 number. So it will just find out which is a minimal to 4. Right? So 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 twos are 4 threes are 12. So 4 fours are 16. So 16 is a ceiling value for it, and 12 is the floor value for it. So I'll just press here enter. It will gives me 12. You can see here that what is the minimal number for it. If I want to change it, you can just see here. If I would provide, we can say 16. So in the 16 exactly it is divisible by this significant value. So it will gives me 16 only, right? Now if I change from the floor to, if it is 13, right? Then in floor it is giving me 12. But if I will simply change here, instead of floor, if I will provide a ceiling, right? Then it will converts to what? 16 number, right? Next is 16. So that is up value. And this is, we can say the floor value of it. Okay. So I hope you people have understood this, and we shall do the next function. After the floor, this is a pure mathematical function where you have to find out greatest common divisor. So if you have some values, right, some in some examples of mathematics, they do give that find out the greatest common divisor. Which one is the greatest common divisor? So we can take an example, GCD, right? The greatest common divisor. So we will just use here some of the values I will provide. Say, for example, we have a 20, we have 10 and 5. We all know what will be the answer here. So I have taken very easy examples. You just have to type GCD. So just press tab and provide these numbers. You can simply provide these numbers. It will gives you an output as 5. Now simply if any one number which I'm including, say for example, I'm including here 5 number, 4 number, right? 4 number I have included. So 4 is not in the range of this. So 4, 20, 10, 5, 5 is there, but 4 is also there. So it will gives me 1. So I'll simply have to change is equal to GCD, and I'll just include this 4 in this, right? So GCD will be 1 because the greatest common divisor is for 4. It is not 5. 5 will not be divided by, or 4 cannot be divided with by 5, or 5 cannot divided with 4. So the maximum value or the divisor will be 1 among this, right? The highest one in this 5, 5, 5, but here it is 1. So it will be 1 for all because 5, 5, 5 is there and 1. So but a common divisor, so it is 1. So that's why the answer is 1, right? So as we have done this, now we will do the next one, greatest common divisor. Then now we will switch on to the next one, that is integer value. This is a computer science function, but sometime it is required for all of us. We can say if it is written 23.25, this is simple, we can say a float value. If we write 23.65565, this much longer number if I am writing, then this will be the flow double value. Or if I would write only 23, this is called an integer format. In computer science we do call it integer format, right? So if I want to convert any value into integer, I just have to take the value and I'll type integer, and then I'll press just tab, and I'll just provide this 23. As soon as I'll just provide this number, it will be converted into integer. Understood, everybody? I hope this is easy to understand. And if you have any question, any query, you can just type in a chat box, right? In a chat message, you can just type so that I can just change the method or just try to explain you. Now, next, what we are going to do after GCD integer, we have least common multiple, right? Least common multiple we'll find where we have to target the value for which we can find the common multiple of it. So if we will take some examples, least common multiple, LCM we want to find for some of the values. Say for example, we want to find the LCM for 20, then 30, and then 10, right? So what will be the LCM? So if I would write the LCM, I just have to type and press tab. These functions are already available in Excel. No need to do any mathematics. So what is my suggestion for the teachers and the students? If you are doing a manual thing in your examination, if you are calculating an answer, you can just verify with this, right? You can simply verify your answer, whether your answer is correct or not. So you can simply take this 3 and you can press enter. So why 60? Because 20 is 2 into 5 into 2. 30 is 5 into 2 into 3. So likewise, whatever the common, we can say multiplication, the rest of the things which are common, that we will have to multiply, and answer will be 60, right? So this is the LCM, and it's very easy to understand. I hope you people have understood this. Now we will move on to the next. After the LCM, we will move to now some mathematics functions, that is a log value. So as we have learned up to our 10th and 12th, we all are aware that what is the log 10 value? A log 10 is always 1. And what is log 1? It is 0. But this is remembered, but there are a lot of logarithmic values are there. So we cannot remember. So in just Excel, you can just find out. So if you are doing any example, we can just go with this. and you can find out this just log. So you just have to type a log, log, and just press alter and provide the number of which you want to find out the log value. So if I'll provide log 10, then the log 10 will be 1. And if I'll provide log, I'll provide 1, it will be 0. We all know. But when you want to find out the value of the log with, we can say a 34, and the base also you want to provide 2. So the log value of it is 5.08, right? Now, whenever we have this fractional point number, or we can say a lot of digits after a fraction point, you can just increase or decrease from here, the number system, right? A cell is enabled of converting the data. This cell is very powerful, right? In this cell, we can convert its data type. So what we can do here, we can remove some decimal places, increase or decrease. So we will decrease now 08746, 0875. This will become 088, right? Or 087, sorry. If it is 6, then it will be 88. Now it will be 089. Okay, so that's how you can also increase and decrease the values of floating point numbers. Okay, now next, as a log, sometime when big numbers are there, we do generate the values for log 10. So what will be the log 10 of 100? Just try to recall it. I'll just provide a number here. The base is 10. What is the difference in log and log 10? Log, in the log, it will generate the logarithmic value of the number with the provided base, but in log 10, the base is fixed. So you just have to provide the number 45. Log 10 45 is 1.65, because its base is 10 already provided. Here the base has been provided by us, but here the base is fixed, right? So now what I'll do again, log 10, and I'll provide 100. What will be the answer? It will be 1. Oh, sorry, 2, right? Because we are providing with the base of, sorry, my mistake, log 10, and we are providing 100. So what will be the answer? It will be 2, right? So this is a log 10 of 100 value. So 100 base 10, so that will be 2. This is the logarithmic value. Sometime when you have a large number, you can just simply use log 10, and you just provide a number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done, right? So this is a logarithmic values that we can derive using. I can just go for the next function now. You can write in the chat if you are facing any problem or not understanding. Now mode is what? In our, we can say, division operation, whatever value we do, right, x, y, z, and we are just dividing with x. So here we will have two things, right? Here we will have a remainder, and here we will have a quotient. These two things we will find in our basic mathematics. So when you want to just find out a remainder, you can just use a mode method with these values, right? So if you are providing a 20 and 6, so we can understand here, if I write 20 and we can write 6 here, then 6 3s are 18, right? 6 3s are 18. So 2 will be the remainder. So 2 will be the answer as a remainder, and 3 will be as a quotient. This is my quotient and this is my remainder. So I'll do this simple thing. Let me remove this ink from my okay. So we have done log 10. Now mode we are going to do. So it will gives me a remainder value. So I'll just go back with this, and I'll just write a mode. Okay, so mode operation I'm going to do. So I'll simply write is equal to mod, just press alter. What number you want to divide with? So I want to divide my 20 number with what divisor? You want to divide with 6. So what will be the answer? 6 3s are 18. So 2 will be the remainder. So answer is 2. If you want to take one more example, I'll just take another example. I'll take 30. Then I want to divide with 6. So what will be the answer? 6 6 are 36, 6 5s are 30. So it will be 0, because there is no remainder, right? But if I have simply provided 31, if I have provided 31 and 6, then remainder will be 1, right? I hope you people are getting this. and understanding. It's very easy to understand. But what is important, you have to provide is equal to and the function name. And then the pop-up will come, and in a drop down, you will find out some functions. You can just navigate by up and down keys from your keyboard. You can simply select it and you can press enter to select, or tab also, not enter. You have to use tab key. Now, what is the 11th function that we are going to do? Odd. We did even, now we will do odd. It's quite late. So in the odd number, it will gives us the odd number if the even number is provided, the next odd number, or it will gives the same value if it is odd itself. So I'll just write odd number, sorry, and 24 is not odd number. So it will gives me 25 as the next odd number. And if I'm providing the odd number itself, then it will gives me the same number. Okay, these are very easy functions which we have gone through, completed 11 functions. Now 12th one. So in the 12th function, we are going to do with the pi value. So in mathematics, it's very important that we have to use this pi value. So I'll just give you just a hint that when we are using this, a pi function is very important for all of us, right? So in mathematics, when we are doing that, there is a function of 2 pi r. This is a radius and pi value. So sometime you have to provide this 2 pi r, right? So these three values you have to give. So you can simply make a formula is equal to I2 into a pi value. What is pi value? So you can just find out a pi value somewhere. Directly also you can put, but you will just find a pi value is equal to pi and press, sorry, is equal to pi, provide the bracket and press enter. We all know that it's a universal number. It is 1, 4. You can see that how much longer we can find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is very precise pi value. After decimal place, 9 numbers, it has given 3.14. It is 22/7. We all know that the pi value we want to use here. So you have to, you can find here also, you can put in between also. So is equal to 2 into pi, right? And you also want to, you have radius is 2.3. You can simply press enter. So the answer will be directly calculated here. If your radius is 2.3, then this will be the area of, I forgot area of square or something like, right? So you are the mathematicians, you people know that how to calculate it, but how to include this pi value. Again, I am showing simply to find out pi value is equal to pi. Provide the function sign or two brackets with empty, press enter, pi value will be generated. Now, if you want to just decrease the size of this, you can just decrease 3.14, right? Decimal places, you can just remove some of the decimal places, and directly you want to use a pi value is equal to 2 into, I want to use now pi value. So I'll have to provide a bracket because there is a function inside a function. So I'll just write pi, then again function. I'll have to provide function and next value of r. My r is 4.8. My radius is 4.8 in some trigonometric function. So this is an answer. Is it clear? Hello, Kavita madam?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Is
sir.
it,
Yes,
is
sir.
it going smooth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can interrupt me if anybody is having any query, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Now 13 number. So what in 13 number, the next is for the power. We can do this by two things. We can use the, we can say operator also. We all know the caret sign on our keyboard, that also we can use, but this ready-made function is available of the power when a large number is there. Manual calculation is not possible. In that case, people are using calculator. So computer is nothing but ultimately a calculator. So we can directly use this function, right? So we will have this power function. So this is a power, and what we are going to do, we just want to find out 10 raised to 3. Answer we all know it is 1000. So we will do is equal to power. Now the hint is been given here. You can just provide the 10 comma 3. 10 into 10 into 10. What will be the answer? 1000. This can be also done using this 10. You can provide a caret sign on 6 digit. on the keyboard, you'll find at upper 6 that this will be the there same answer, right? I'm going quite fast. I'm sorry. So power, then you have to provide a number 30, comma 2. What will be the answer? 900, right? 30 into 30 is 900. You can see when you will click on this, it will show the formula whichever you have applied. This you'll find in this address bar. And when you'll click on this cell, it will show the formula. Ultimately, it is formulated value. It's not a direct value. So when you want to paste somewhere, you just press copy and just paste here. So here so many options are there. You want to paste a value or paste as it is or with formula. So I'll paste with value. So when I'll click here, this is a formulated value, but when I'll click here, it is exact value. So further I can use this, right? Now 14th number option, we are running short of time. So now I will go with 14th number operation. So product, we all know that multiplication, we all know that how to do a multiplication manually also, but we'll do this product. So I'll just use product. I'll just have to write down is equal to PRO, and product you will find. You just provide a numbers on which you want to do product. This comma also you can give. You can just give this comma, this comma. I have provided these values. I can complete this bracket and press enter. 27,000 is the answer. 900 into 30 into 10. 30 into 10 is 300. 300 into 900. So 27 and 0000, right? This is the answer for the product. It's very easy. I should not take much time. Now quotient. As I have given the example earlier, you all know that if a value is divisible, this is the example. 6 3s are 18. It's 2. What is the quotient? Quotient is 3 and remainder is 2. This is divisor and this is the value which we have divided. So 3 is the quotient. So we will just find out the value QUO. You can check the spelling QUOTIENT quotient. So we just type QUO. Quotient spelling will be there. You just press tab key. Again, I repeat, press tab key. You can just use the numerator and denominator. We have these words, mathematical words. So we will provide this 20 as a numerator. And we just want to divide with a denominator is, say, for example, 6. So the answer will be 3. So this is my quotient. And here I can also write for mode. In the mode, it will return for the 20 and 6. You can simply see it is 2. So this is what our remainder and this is our quotient, right? Now 16th number one, these are the mathematical functions that we are doing right now. So let me go fast a little. Now random number. Now sometime what is happening that in our work we need to generate. In mathematics it is very much required that to generate some random values. So when I'll write just RAND, a random number, and I'll just provide a bracket and press enter. Now what is this? This value has been given. This value has been given between 0 and 1 only. This will generate the value between 0 and 1. If I'll just stretch or drag this cursor like this, then it will gives me the random values between these only. Okay, but what will happen if I'll do anything here? This will be changed. This is very dynamic random values. This is very dynamic random values, right? So if I will do anything, see, if I'll just type something and go somewhere, you can just see if I'll press enter, the values will be changed. So every time it is generating random values. So what is the solution? Once you have defined these random values, you copy and you paste somewhere. But in this particular paste option, you just take values. Now these are fixed random values. You just delete it now. These are fixed random values. So whenever I'll write anything, type anything, it will not be changed. And what one more thing you have to remember for the random values here, if the span is low, then there are chances of repetition of the value. Repeat thai શકે છે random માં. Now you want to generate some random values in between some range. So there is one function rand between, right? There is one function random between. So you can just write down rand and random between. So you just want to find out random values between 1 to 20 and press enter. Just drag up to 20 values, 35 to 55. So this will generate the random values which is between 1 to 20. These all are random values, but the value will be repeated. See, here I'll do something, the values will be changed. Here I'll do something, random value will be changed. So that's how we can generate the random values. And say for example, now let me give you the one more example. You have taken these random values and you have pasted here, right? Now some of the values are repeated up to this. Let us take 11 is repeated and 17 is also taken. So I'll just take it somewhere. I'll just paste it, but I'll paste values only, right? So here some numbers are repeated. Now how to find that what numbers are repeated? How to find a duplicate values? So what you can do is you can just simply select these all the values. You can simply select these all the values. You can just go to your not in conditional, you can just go to your data field. Just a minute. Here is the data field. I'm facing problem with this. Yes, here you can see the data value in the data function. Just a minute. In the data, you have selected in the data, you can find remove duplicates. You can see here remove duplicates. So expand the selection. No, continue with the current selection and it will remove the duplicates, column K. So it will remove the duplicates. Can you see this? Can you see this? It has removed a duplicate values from this.
Yes,
So
sir.
yes, you can go to data and you can just click here, remove duplicates, or there is also one way. You can just select this column. There are some repeated values. You can just select this. Is there any, yes, 218s are there. You can go to again home and here conditional formatting. You can highlight a duplicate values. So here also some duplicate values are there. Why this is highlighting? 3 is repeated here, 6 is repeated here. So now after selecting, you can go to data and just remove the duplicates. Continue with, it will remove one column J, it will remove, right? So it will remove all the duplicate values. You can see again, you can select what happened here. Some deleted values come up. So again, you can do remove duplicates, continue with it, column J, it will delete it. Okay, this is generating random value. That's why this is generating random value. We should not consider this. I can give you a simple example, 12, 12 and 13, 13. Right, these two values are generated. So you can simply do this and go to remove duplicates, continue with current selection. Otherwise it will expand the wall and it will remove these two values. So it will be 12 and 13. Now the red light has been removed, right? So this is what we can do with this random function. We can use this and you can remove the random, we can say the other values and you can generate, right? Let me move to the next. We are running short of time. Random between is done. Random is done, right? Next example is Roman value. I'll go little fast now. The 18th example. We will go with the 18th example. That is a Roman. Now we all know that there is a Roman values. So you just have to write out Roman and you press tab. Now we all know for 10 it is X, right? So it is X. But when you don't know a Roman value for larger numbers, you just write Roman and press 230, 230. Complete the bracket, press enter. CCXXX. This is CCXXX is a Roman number of any, we can say Roman number of any, sorry, this 230, right? This 230, it is CCXXX. This is Roman number 19. I hope you have understood Roman round. This is very important. Say for example, we have a number round function. In the round function, you just write round, and what number you want to round? 13.35. And you just want to round with 0 digits. What have I provided? Number of 0 digits after decimal place. The output will be for 13.35 is 13. Same example I am doing with providing 55, and I am providing 0 digit. It is 14. So it will be rounded up with the decimal place. But if I will put here, decimal place 1, it will be 13.6. Right? You better know in mathematicians are better know this. But if I'll put 2 and round, then it will be same. But when we are doing a round function, we need to have larger number compared to it. So now it will round with 2 values. So 5, 6, 13.56 will be the answer, because it will round with the last 2 decimal place. Okay. But if I simply put 0, then this will become 40. Right? So this is a round function, and you all are aware of. Now there is sometime you need to round up. Even if there is a single point, you just want to round up. Whenever we are making an internal of our students, even if the student is like 14.001, even we want to make it 15. So what we can do, you can just write here round up, and round down is similar to it. His marks are 23.0005. Right? And you want to make it with 0, just press enter. It is 24. Even if you are not giving anything here, it will ask for that up to how many points you want to give. So 23.00009 or 8, and you want to do it with 0 digits, then it is 24. Right? If you are providing with 1, 23.1. Same, but it will round up. It is round up. Okay. So I hope you have understood with this round function, which is very important. Square root function we all are aware of, which is very important. So I just want to do a 21st SQRT square root. So you just have to write down SQRT. This is very basic. What is the square root of 25? It is 5. So answer will be 5. If you have larger number, SQRT is equal to SQRT, and we have a larger number 4.43. Provide it. This is the square root of it. Right? This is very important function. And regular sum, multiplication, we all are aware of. Sum of product we want to do. Right? Now what we will do, we will do the some regular functions. I want to make a sum. I can simply write 20 plus 30 plus 40. This will work. Right? ये काम करेगा. If I would write 40 into 30, this will work. If I would write a 34 divided by 2, it will work. Right? So these are the normal functions. Now I just want to show you something different. Say for example, you have some values like serial number 1, 2, 3. Here sales, and here the price is there. Say for example 20 sales, here 10 sales, and 30 sales. Right? Here the price is, say for example 2,000, 1,000, and 3,000. Right? This is the sale. Now what you want to do, you can do sum here. You want to do sum here, you can just provide a sum function. Not sum, you can just provide a final price. So this is a total. Sorry, if this is a total of it, you can provide is equal to this cell into this cell. Right? So this is a total. You just drag down here and you will find this answer. Now here you want to make a sum. So what you'll do, you'll write here is equal to sum and these 3 values. So in this, what happened for these 2 field, you had to write a formula here also and here also. We have one solution, and that formula is equal to sum product. Sum of product we have. Sorry, is equal to sum of product. In that case, you have to provide the array 1. What you want to do the sum of product? Just provide this and press enter. Just a minute. I made a mistake. Just a minute. Sum of product 2 into 3, 3 into 2 is equal to 12. is equal to sum of product array 1, this, comma, this. Sorry. Only this we have to select, and why it is not giving sum of product, and we just have to provide this values. Let me check with this. I have already done this, but it's not working. Otherwise it will do the corresponding multiplication, and at last it will give the same output, 1,40,000. I have already done. Let me check, no problem. So don't worry, we'll do this. Sum of product Okay, let me do it once, then we'll not waste our time. Sum of product, this, comma, this. Oops. I'm so sorry for this. I have forgot this, comma, this. I think, yes, you can see here. I'm so sorry for this inconvenience. Sum of product will do what? You have to provide the array this, but what is the rule? It must be equivalent to the same size of this array so that it will find the multiplication value. If it will not find the multiplication value, then it will not be able to do the sum, right? So instead of doing these two stages, this and this, you can write this in one formula. Understood? Sum of product. Yes. Thank you. Now sum if sometime what is happening, say for example, I have some values 23, 24, and then 12, and then we can say 21. I just want to make a sum of values. I just want to make a sum of values which are only greater than 20. So a criteria is these values should be greater than 20. I just want to make a sum of values which are greater than 20, right? And range and this, just provide this. So here you can see this is above 20. So 23 plus 24 and 21. So 4 plus 1 plus 3, right? This is not above, we can say 20. So 20, 24 and 23 is 68, right? This is the sum of these three cells only because based on our condition. Okay, this is called sum if. So we have done with sum if. Count if. Now sometime you people have some values, say for example, male, female, male, female, male, male, female, male. You want to add if is equal to count if this is male, right? So how many males are there in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will gives me a 5. So you can provide your we can say the criteria here, that what you want to count. Only count the values which are having m. I provided which are having m, so it gave me 5. If I'll provide with female, it will be 3, right? So I think we are done with this. Count if, average if. Okay, you just want to make a customized average, so you can also do, say for example, 20, 30, 40 and 10 and 15. I just want to do the average which is greater than 15. So you can just write down is equal to average if this range is, sorry, my mistake. Here I want to provide average if this range is having a greater than 15 value, means which value is greater than 15. So average is 30. Why? Greater than 15, these two number will not be included. 20, 30, 40. 40 plus 30 plus 20, 90. 90 divided by 3 is 30. So this is a mean value or a 30 average that we can find out. Average with if condition, right? So we are done with all these functions. Now let's move on to the statistical functions, right? The statistical functions are very important. I have taken one data for this, right? So in this, I'll just show you that how to do this statistical function. So you can just see, I'll just zoom it. Is it visible properly, Kavita ma'am? I'll take 5 minutes only, 5 to 10 minutes. Hello, Kavita ma'am.
Yes, sir, no problem.
Okay, so what we will find
Yes, sir, no
these.
problem.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Here we have some values, right? So I'll take a mean of it. What is mean? Mean is nothing but an average, right? So in statistics, in mathematics, you have to work with this type of values. So I have taken this example. Here we will do the basic example is equal to average. What I'll do, average, and I'll just provide these values, right? So what it will find for? It will find the mean value. The mean value of these, all the, we can say, data, right? So you can see the first mean is completed. Now you just want to find out what is a maximum number. So you can just write a max. What is the maximum value? 78, right? So 78.00 is the maximum value. You just want to find out a minimum value. So you can write down just MIN and you just select the range from which you want to find out a minimum value. I can see 44 is the minimum value. So 44 we will find. Now mode. What is mode? Here MODE mode will find if this is even, then it will just make sum of it and will try to find out the repeated value. But if it is, sorry, it will just find out the value in a average. But when we will do, when it is even number value, then you all know that it will be as in ascending order and it will gives the center value. So I'll just remove this. I'll take one example here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. These are odd values. Okay, this is for median. I'm so sorry. This is for median. I'm so sorry. This is for median. This is median. So I'll find out whatever the central value, five things are there. So I'll just find out median and I'll just provide my range. The median will be 30. But if here is 60, if here there is a 60, then median, I'll just select, it is an average of it, right? It is an between 30 to 40. 30, 40 ને ascending માં કર્યા પછી 30, 40 વચ્ચેની value લેશે. This 2 divided by 2. Okay. Understood? So that is a median is equal to median. And I'll just take these values. So the same thing will be applied. This will automatically arranged it in, we can say, ascending format, and it will just find out. Now mode is what is the repeated value, right? We all know that what is the repeated value from this. So I can just simply type mode and we just provide these values, whatever the value which is repeated, that will be 56 is our mode value because 2 times it is repeated, highest time 3 times repeated. So mode is this. Now we all know what is a variance. Variance is a square of standard deviation, right? In statistics, we all know that variance is a, we can say, the square of our standard deviation. So I'll just find a variance. So I'll just write okay, just a minute, is equal to variance of, why it is not working, just I'll have to check. Variance function do I have taken here? Variance, yes, this is a smaller function, variance. So VAR only you have to write. In all the functions up till now we have written the full name, but here you will have to provide the VAR and S. I'll just provide these values for the variance. So that is 228. Now we will just find a square root of it. It's your SQRT. What is the square root of this variance? It is 15.107. So this is also known as our standard deviation. So we will, after finding a variance, we'll find now standard deviation. So what we'll do is equal to SD standard variance, sorry, standard deviation. So STDEV, standard deviation is STDEV. You have to write down standard variation of this. You just select these values and just provide a bracket and press enter. Is it similar to this? That means our answer is correct, right? If we have done, then this is correct one. Okay, let me reduce the size of it. So you can see this is similar to it. So our variance is equivalent to our standard deviation, right? So our answer is correct. But what you have to remember, when you want to provide a variance, you have to write down VARNS, that is for the variance, and here the logical values and text is in, will be taken sample. And when you want to find out, okay, you have to provide compulsorily values, standard deviation, then you have to write down ST and DEV. Okay, so this is for the standard deviation function, STDEV. Okay, now I think I have covered all the things: mode, median, max, average, standard deviation. Now values, mean, and then square it. Okay, done. Now there is important thing I want to show that we will cover with other functions. So say for example, we have some students, right? We have some student values.
Sir, Arpan sir,
Yes, ma'am.
just explain VLOOKUP function only. That is very much important. For
Yes,
us.
ma'am. That is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a serial number, and here in this serial number, you can see that I have provided some serial numbers and some names of the students, right? I think I have taken this example here. You can see these names are, can you see these names? I'll just maximize it. This is very important to understand. So now what happened when they took the admission? When they took the admission, their roll numbers were this, right? But unfortunately, what happened? These are their, we can say, final IDs, right? These are their final IDs. So what happened now? Arpan ID was 1, but it is 2 now. But I have this sequence. I want to arrange in this sequence. So I just want to find out a value which is having the Arpan. So just forgot this. These are the IDs, right? Now these are the IDs of these students. Arpan nu ID 2 છે, નીરજ નું 3 છે, હિરેન નું 6 છે, નિશાંત નું 9 છે, માન્યા નું. તો આ રીતે ID છે. મારી પાસે આ sequence છે. So what I want to find out, I just want to VLOOKUP into this array to find out the value which is associated with Arpan. Let me change this. હું અહીંયા નિશાંત લઈ લઉં છું અને અહીંયા અર્પણ લઈ લઉં છું. બરાબર, એટલે આ સિક્વન્સમાં નથી, આ સિક્વન્સમાં નથી. તેમ છતાં મને આમાંથી એની associated value find કરવી છે. I just want to find out the associated value. I can just type VLOOKUP, right? Now first argument is lookup value. What value you want to find out? What value you want to find out for નિશાંત I want to find out. કોના માટે શોધવું છે મારે? નિશાંત માટે. Then array. From which table you want to find out? From this table I want to find out. Next, what column you want to put in this column? So I want to put his ID. So I will just click this, right? Or I can just write, sorry, 2. Column 1, column 2. So I'll write column 2. Index. They have asked index. And they are saying that if your name is matching approximate, then shall we apply the value? So I will say no. I want to have exact value. So I will provide exact. So it is false. So you can see here, I have provided this value as exact match, right? So Nishant number is 9. You can see Nishant number is 9. Now I will just drag down. So when I'll drag down, something will happen. What will happen? નિશાંતની વેલ્યુ ફાઇન્ડ થશે, માન્યાની વેલ્યુ ફાઇન્ડ થશે, મૈથિલીની થશે, કારણ કે એ બધી નીચે છે. તો એ શું થાય છે, અહીંયાથી જ્યારે હું ડ્રેગ કરું છું, whenever I am dragging these values, it is looking up into down values, but it is not going up values. So I just want to keep this value as it is, and I want to fix this value, so that if I'll fix this value, it will check in throughout the loop until it will find. So what I have to change it, I'll have to provide here $sign to fix this I4 like this. Once I'll do this, all the values will be found. Understood? So what happened here in this VLOOK, as soon as I type here Nishant, it is 9, Manya 13, Maithili 17. Is it correct, madam? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us do for one value. એક જ value માટે કરીએ. આણંદ, બોરસદ, વડોદરા અને ભરૂચ. આ ત્રણ વેલ્યુ છે. આણંદની વેલ્યુ છે 2, 3, 4 અને 5. હવે મને જોઈએ છે અહીંયા વડોદરાની વેલ્યુ. તો what is the rule? What is the rule? Whatever you are finding, the value must be same. So I just want to find for Vadodara. So VDR is equal to Vadodara value I want to find. So I'll write VLOOKUP. It will look up into this table. It will look up into this table, and lookup value is this VDR. Just find this value, comma. This is my table, and just put this second column value and do the exact match. Right? Do the exact match and press enter. What is the value for Vadodara? 4. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this need a little practice, so that only you will be able to do. Now I am at the stage of last thing, VLOOKUP. So if, and or I want to show you. Sometime all the mathematicians are just struggling with these values to do. So I just want to do one example. I'll just do 34%, then 50%, then 59%, 60%, 70%, 89%. Right? These are the percentage of the students, and you want to find out a class, what class they are belong from, right? So what is our criteria? Our criteria is, in the class is, we can say 0 to 34, they are fail. What they are fail? 35 to 49, they are pass, right? 50 to 59, they are second class. A 60 to 69, they are first class, and 70 to 100, they are distinctions. Right? This function you want to do. So if condition is very important in this, so I'll just write an if condition is equal to if, but here I am going to check two things, 0 and 34. So I'll write and operation, and I'll make a bracket. If I'll write, if this percentage is greater than, we can say 34. If this percentage are greater than 34, and this percentage are less than 50. So this range has been selected, this range 35 to 49. If this is so, then you just type here what? Pass. Else do the another condition, if, then do the another condition with and operator. If these marks D106 are greater than what range? Greater than 49, means 50, and D106 is less than 60, that is 59. If it is so, then you have to type what? Second class. Else, if, then again and condition, and you have to provide if this D106 cell value is greater than what value? 59, and this D106 value is less than 70, then they are first class students, right? Else if and condition, and we will put if this D106 is again greater than 69 and D106 is less than 100 or 101, so 100 will be included, then we have to put what? Distinction.
Distinction.
Else these students are what? If it is not so, any condition is not fulfilling, then they are lying in 0 to 34, so they are fail. Now I'll stop. I'll just close the brackets which I have started. Okay, all the brackets I have closed. This is extra. Okay, so just this is of 50. 1 minute. 1 2 1 3 4. Okay, okay, I'll press enter now. Just a minute, there is a yes. Okay, one more. So 34 is fail, and I'll just drag down. Can you see the answer is correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's quite difficult but not impossible. And condition will be used when both the conditions are fulfilled, and it will be joined with the next condition as a part of its not output. If it is not in the output, we can write another condition. In its next round, we can write another condition. So conditional based operation we can make here. I think I have taken a lot of time. I shall stop. Otherwise, hello. Have I taken a lot of
Sir.
time?
Thank you so much, sir. Giving your valuable time more than 1 hour.
No, madam, I am ready to share more time. So next, I would like to have my session on specially hypothesis testing and sample and all.
Yes, sir.
analysis.
Yes, sir.
So
welcome.
we can do.
Most welcome.
Yes, I'll just
Sir,
stop
thank you so
sharing.
much for sharing knowledge to us.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam. So thank you, Kavita madam, for giving me this opportunity.
Okay, okay, sir.
Shall I close from my side? Shall I leave the meet?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, you can.
Thank you so much, audience. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.